So hey folks, I just realised, as going back here, that there's some flickering throughout the video at some parts, so I'm sorry in advance for that, but it's just the way that the video has captured it. But enjoy. Howdy folks, today we're in the dreary San Francisco, and we're not on our usual P3D setting, but an X-Plane 11, using the brilliant freeware ZIBO mod 737. And we're heading down to Burbank in Southern California, which is just north of Los Angeles, as the Southwest 1251. The weather here is not the best. We're not going to get any good views, and that's quite unfortunate, as I have the Forkboy Ortho for California installed. And down in Burbank it's predicted as low visibility, so that's not very good. As you can see as well, this looks like payware quality, but this is freeware. This is the Mr. X San Francisco scenery, and it is absolutely gorgeous. The Burbank scenery we're using is just some one I downloaded off of the X-Plane Scenery Gateway. I'm going to put a disclaimer out there saying that if my audio goes haywire, I'm sorry in advance for that. I was using a microphone app on my phone and connecting to my computer, but today it doesn't seem to want to work. And I'm using my broken headset currently. And I've been doing a wee bit of testing and trying to fix it, and it looks like it's the cable, so the cable could go at any moment, and if it does, I'm going to just fast forward the video until it's okay, or I'll kind of do an audio over, you know, just speak over it and just say whatever's going to happen next in the video. So please bear with me while I get a new mic. But let's just hop into the cockpit and get started, and we'll pop the battery on and do the ground power. And while we're up here, we'll align the IRSs. And we'll head down and just quickly do a position in it, just so we can go ahead and let that start up while we do a couple of other things. So we have to do Project Fly, so I'm just going to drag that across just now, and we're going to do bookings, and we're going to do new booking. So we're heading from San Francisco, and we are heading to Burbank. So hopefully the Southwest 1251 will be on this list. I don't think it is, which is a shame. Okay, so we need to input it manually. So this number is the Southwest 1251, and we are the Southwest 1251. The call sign's the exact same. Aircraft, we're November 831 Oscar Charlie, and let's do book and dispatch. Oh, why is that not working? Do you know what, let's just go with another one, because I don't really want it to be glitching out, so we'll go with that. And we'll just change the numbers, so 1251, 1251, and the aircraft's at the bottom, I believe. Yep, there we go. Right, so that's fixed that. And let's copy and paste the route over. So we'll go over the flight plan, and a minute you'll see the flight plan here. But I'm just gonna do that. To fly now, and we can move that out the way. So let's have a look at the flight plan quickly before we go ahead and set the aircraft up. So, as you can see, today we're the Southwest 1251, going from San Francisco to Burbank, and we are 737-800. We are an estimated takeoff weight of 64.7 tons and a estimated zero fuel weight of 59.7 tons. Cruise level is going to be flight level 350, and we've got an estimated en route time of 54 minutes. The payload is 17.9 and our fuel is 5.3. So let's go ahead and get that done just now. So we're fairly late today, which is always nice. So payload, we are 17.9 on the payload, and on the fuel we are 5.3. So that's set up. Let's go to the overhead and we can start doing some things. So Yaw dampers can come on, we'll leave the fuel pumps off. We'll pop the monitor onto generator 1. We'll arm the emergency exit lights, put the window heats on, and the service interphone can also come on. Elect 2 and 1 can come on, trim air can come on, packs and isolation valve to auto, and our logo light can come on as well. We'll head to the MCP and we'll have a look here just to see what it is like. So we're going to set the altimeter, and we can get that up using the X-Plane map, which is always a nice handy thing. And that is 2996, so let's set that there. We'll set that here as well, and we'll do the same on the miniature display, 2996. We'll set, don't need to do anything, let's just know we can set that in a bit. Auto brakes off, gear down, flaps up, spoilers up, engines off, and our transponder set to standby. So that is good. We can now go ahead and start the routing. So I believe I have downloaded this, and if not, we can just manually input it. That should be okay. So Burbank, and if we do San Francisco, so Kilo Sierra Foxtrot Oscar to Kilo Bravo Uniform Romeo 01, and then put that there. There we go. So that's all our waypoints there, and we just have to do Southwest 1251. We'll activate it, execute, and head to the departure and arrival page. So we're departing today from San Francisco. If I drag this back over, off of 28 right on the Wesla for departure, and we're arriving in 08 on the Rocket 2. There you go. Transition level is Cisco, and we'll execute that, and we'll go arrival, ILS on the Rocket 2 arrival, with a RD hot transition that looks like. So let's execute that, and we'll just walk through our flight plan just now and just make sure that everything is okay. So going to be a left turn after departure, so that's going to be interesting since we've got some hills here, so we're going to need to be careful of that when we're departing. So left turn after departure to waypoint port, and then we're heading south. That's a nice turn onto the ILS for runway 08. Let's do legs on the other FMC. We'll go performance in it, and we'll put our zero fuel weight in. That does it automatically. We'll have a look at our alternates. So, sorry, not our alternate, our reserve fuel. So if we have a look, it's going to be 824 at 111.3. Which comes out at 1.9 tons, and our cost index is 17. If we have a look as well, our cruise altitude today from when we had a look earlier on was flight level 350, and our cruise winds are going to be 156 at 005. And if we also have a look at our ISA deviation, that is going to be plus 11. Transition level standard in America 18,000 feet. So we're fairly light today, so we're going to go take off 1 and climb 1. And if we have a look here, if we grab the METAR up for San Francisco, it was reported 15 minutes ago the winds are 0 to 0 at 3 knots. I'll just drag that across and show you. So 0 to 0 at 3 knots. And if we have a look at the runway slope, so let's drag this across and we'll open the chart list for San Francisco. And we'll not pin that, we'll pin that. pin that, and it's the Whistler 4 departure. So you have a look at the runway 28 right. That's on an elevation of 13, and 10 left is on an elevation of 6. So we do 13, take away 6, the difference between them both, and we divide that by the runway length, which is 11,870 feet. Make sure it's in feet. Times it by 100, and our runway slope, so it's 13 here and 6 here, so it's going to be down. It's going to be down, if we round it up, 0.1. Perfect. Center of gravity, we can put that in automatically, and we're going to go with the flap 5 departure. So here's our V-speed today. I'm going to go ahead and start the APU while we set everything else up. And I'm also going to pop the fuel pumps on, so with the seatbelt signs. We'll go ahead and set the MCP up, so if we have to return to the airport, we're going to be returning on 28 left, so let me get the 28 left ILS up. So the localizer is 1099.55 and the approach course is 284. So 109.55, and we'll swap that and we'll do the same with our officer side. We'll set the approach course, which is 284. Perfect. Now we'll do the same on the first officer side. So that's it. V2 is going to be 148. The runway heading, so if we have a look at the charts, 08 left is on a heading of 284 degrees. And if we have a look at the departure chart, the Whistler 4, we can have a look at the initial altitude, which is, if we read down here, it says 3,000 it looks like we'll be climbing up to, so we'll pop that in, and then we can continue up. Cool, so that's okay. Let's go ahead and set up the pushback. Oh, this is interesting. I wonder how you get out of here. We'll say pushback.
Alright, Captain, got the directions. Let me know through the menu when you're ready.
Right, so let's do the before start checklist. So let's have a look. We'll pop these on and we'll disconnect the ground power. We'll set our cruising altitude as well, which is flight level 350. So air conditioning packs can go off. The anti-collision light can go on, and the parking brakes set, and we can set this to alt off. Cool, so let's go ahead and get pushback started.
Great news, Captain, your tow's coming.
Okay, so you probably noticed that the video transition there kind of slid together, but that's because I had to disappear for a second there. And as you can probably hear, we have the tow actually connected and it's wanting us to get going, so let's go ahead and do that.
Here comes the pushback. Line them up.
And we can see that the gate is now disembarking from the aircraft. And that's us pushing back now, so we'll go ahead and start engines, so let's put that both. We'll set engine number 2 to ground. And it won't work because of this. There we go. My bad. So once it gets to 16, we'll pop the fuel control lever to idle. And we'll now just monitor the engine as we push back here. I'll also start the first officer's timer for pushback. The trim as well on the aircraft is 5, so we don't need to do anything, we can keep it the way it is, which is quite nice. So we'll hear a pop and a click as well, there you go. Well, pop or a click, whatever you want to call it, and that's the engine start switch going back to auto. Once the engine temperature has dropped, we can now stop it.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake. And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, so we're going to have a look at the chart, and it doesn't want to connect, which is a bit annoying, but there we go. We'll do that quickly and get the tow truck away, and we'll have a look. This is a bit of a pain that that's not connecting. I don't really know how to fix that, which is a shame, but there we go. So we're down here, I believe. What was that gate? Was that?
And we're disconnected. Signaling pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Gate 25. So I believe this is Terminal B. It looks like it. So, yep, so we're on Yankee just now, and we'll come around onto Bravo. We'll taxi down via Foxtrot 1, cross runway 1 right, then taxi down to Papa, left on Papa, straight across both runway 28 left, 28 right, right onto Charlie, and then we'll join via Whiskey. So, we'll do that there. We'll also now start the before taxi checklist. So, generators, they can go on, the APU can go off, start switches can go to cont, or continuous, anti-ice is going to be off, air conditioning, so packs can go auto, bleed off, the isolation valve can go to auto as well. We require flap 5, flap 5 has been selected, and now we're just waiting for the green light. Green light, there we go. Stabilizer trim, 5 units is required and 5 units is set. Start levers are an idle detent. Flight controls, we'll check that and we'll do recall. So, let's get I use a side stick, so let me get my side stick. Cool, so flight controls have been checked, recall checked. We'll also do the overhead panel, so the propeats can go on. We can also pop our runway turnoffs and taxi lights on, and we're good to get going now. So we'll pop our flight directors, auto throttle, arm switch on, put VNAV and LNAV on as well. Parking brake off. Let's taxi right to the right here. And it's not worked because it's not swapped around. So we're gonna go to configure and we're gonna do yaw. There we go. and that should now turn us around. I don't know why ZIBO does that, it's really weird that ZIBO does that. So it doesn't actually look as though we can actually taxi along this way, but we're going to do it anyway. So we'll get onto Alpha here. Nothing on our right, nothing on our left. So we'll turn around here. And if I'm being honest, these Southwest liveries are my favourite ones. I'll leave that for you to debate about in the comments. The one I'm flying in just now is not my favourite livery. I don't particularly like it. And I'm sure that's up to lots of debate. Don't particularly like this one, but what can you do? We'll also get on that taxi line. And that's actually thumbnail worthy, so we'll take a screenshot of that. So this is Alpha. Just past, it looks like Golf. And taking this next right hand turn. Cool, so this should be Foxtrot 1. Yep, there you go, Foxtrot 1. So we're going to take this right all the way around. And we're going to cross the runway, which is one left and right. So let's pop our landing lights on, our strobes on, just so we can let any aircraft know that's us. So there's nothing on our right, nothing on our left, so we're good to cross. ZIBO always likes to leave this door open by default, which is quite annoying. So nothing on our left as well here, and nothing on our right, so we can cross the runway. And that's now on Foxtrot, and we're going to miss this left turn and take the next left turn. This is Lima on our left, and we'll have Papa on our next left. Definitely to get some shader improvement here. It's not very colourful, it's quite dull, but it's not too bad. So there you go, so there's Papa. So we'll just make sure nothing's on our right, which there isn't, and on our left there should be nothing as well. There's nothing on our left, so let's continue taxiing around here. Right, so we're going to cross Papa, and we're going to take a right on Charlie, and we're going to take the second right. So there should be nothing on our right, which there isn't, and nothing on our left, which there isn't. So let's continue. Let's get rid of that. There should be nothing on our left here as well, which there isn't, and nothing on our right, which there isn't as well. And there's ZIBO's yaw sensitivity going through the roof. Right, so let's do the before takeoff checklist. So config has been checked, flaps 5, green light. Stabilizer trim, 5 units set. Takeoff briefing reviewed, so it's going to be a left hand turn after departure. We'll climb to 3,000 feet and then we'll go up to flight level 350 once we've reached that. Cabin, secure, MCP as set, transponder set to TARA, and then we've got strobe lights and landing lights which are already on because we crossed a runway, which they should be off just now but we've left them on. But we'll keep them on as well just now. Right, so let's slow down here. I'm going to get rid of the yoke. So there's nothing on our left, which is good. And as we come around here, there is nothing on our right either. So nothing on our left, nothing on our right. Let's turn you in like this. Okay, so let's just turn the aircraft a wee bit here. Okay, we'll stick with this just now. We'll fix ourselves in a minute once we turn round. So start the timer. Take off. Toga. Knots. Rotate. Nice slow rotation up we go. Gear up onto the flight director's LNAV. Checked. There we go. Goodbye San Francisco. Burbank, here we come. Checked. Right, let's pop the autopilot in. We'll go flaps up, gear off, auto brake off as well. We'll go flap 1 as well now. And flaps can also come fully up.
To go.
So it's 1,000 feet. Let's set our altitude of 35,000 feet. Cool. And we should start that left-hand turn any second now. Bit of a lag, which is always nice. Any second, give it a minute. There's lovely San Francisco below us. There we go, there's that left turn. Lovely. So we'll zoom out a bit here just so we can see. We have a look on Project Fly just now. We'll have a look to see if we can see our aircraft. Which we can. So there we are. And there's our taxi route. So we're heading down to Burbank, which is around about here. We'll get that off just now. Right, so I'm gonna I'm going to pop some cinematic views on for you guys as we climb here up to flight level 350, and as we're descending I'll get back to you guys. But from Southwest 1251, we'll see you in about an hour. Hey there folks, well we're back now, we're descending down, we're just past 12,000 feet, and as you can see we're kind of surrounded by high terrain on our left and right hand sides, but it shouldn't be any problem to us. So as we can see, the airport is on our is in front of us. We're just gonna head down into the FMC, and I'm just going to grab the runway, pop it in there. I'm going to set 5 miles, 10 miles, and 15 miles, which is perfect. Go to the enter ref page, and we're going to go with a flat 40 arrival. I've done most of this anyway. The only thing that needs done is just the landing altitude, which I already checked is 777 feet, so it's going to be 800 feet we're going with. Like so. And everything else on here is good. So our pressurization, landing altitude has been set, anti-ice is going to be off, we don't need it because we're in sunny California. Well, I say that. Approach briefing and fuel, we don't need to worry about that as well, we've done that. So yeah, that's not sorry. Actually no, yeah, we'll do the approach checklist now, which is setting the frequencies and that. But let's pop the seatbelt signs on and our lights since we've just passed 10,000 feet. So let's grab the chart up for runway 8 at Burbank. So if we have a look, our frequency is going to be 109.5. So let's say that just now, 109.5, and we'll do the same on the first officer side, 109.5. And if we have a look, the approach course is 079er and the decision height is 1555 feet. So let's say I said that just now. So approach course is 79. And we'll set 79 on the first officer side as well, which is set, and the minimums, which is 1555 feet. Oh, there we go. We'll zoom in a bit as well now since we're getting closer. So once we get to that 15 mile mark, I'm going to set flat 1, and hopefully we'll be slow enough by then. We'll pop some speed brake out as well just to slow us down a bit. So ICE and outboards have been set. The altitudes and instruments, the speed and altitude box have been set. The altitudes and instruments have been checked as well.
1,000 to go.
the approach age have been checked and set, which is we've just done a minute ago there. There's nothing really to see just now. If we grab up the Burbank METAR, cool. So we're variable 4 knots. So we'll input that just now, unless X-Plane gives us ones it hasn't. So variable 4 knots, so the opposite runway. If we have a look on the charts, so runway is on heading. .259 and it was variable 4 knots, so we've got winds 259 variable 4 knots. There you go, we've slowed down to 210 knots and we're not descending, which is a bit annoying, so let's reset that just now to 3000 feet. What's that, 2000 feet per minute. And then we should hopefully fix the VNAV. Yeah, nothing really to see at the moment. I mean, apart from that, nothing really interesting. Hopefully we'll slow down a bit here. Let's do Warlock just now. There we go, so we've got it, and we'll do approach mode. And we'll also slow our descent down now since we're controlling the speed. So let's set this to the speed bug to be flap 2 speed.
Thousand to go.
And if we have a look at our go round altitude, it says it's climbing right turn, so climb to 1800 feet, then climbing right turn to 4600 feet and heading of 210. So we'll set that just now, 210 and 4600. Oh, let's not do it yet actually. Let's grab the glide slope first and then we'll do it. So we'll set flap 5 and we'll set the speed bug to flap 5 and we'll also pop the gear down. We should hopefully grab the glide slope in a second. And once again I'm going to do the landing checklist, there we go. So we'll set that to 4600 feet.
2500.
Set it to 210. Cool, so let's set this back now to, if we have a look, it was 140. 145, sorry. It's plus 5 knots. So we'll set flap full now. And I will go ahead with the landing checklist. So start switches to cont, and we'll pop the engine start switches to is that ignition right? I can't remember. Yeah, ignition right. Recall checked. Speed brake armed. Green light. What else? landing gear, down 3 green. Auto brake, we're going to set auto brake max since it's a really short runway. Flaps 40, green light, and landing lights are on, and we'll notify the cabin. So hopefully the visibility will clear up. Sky conditions 1000, overcast, visibility 7, wind light and variable, so it's more a case of being able to see, which is the worrying thing. So if we reach minimums and we're not stable, then we'll go around. I say that, but I probably won't go around. I'm going to keep on descending down, hopefully. There we go. Brilliant. So that's us out. There's 1,000 feet. 1,000 feet stabilised. Mr. Approach altitude set. Continuing. I'm taking in the views instead of flying, so let's take the auto throttle out and we'll disengage the autopilot. Got 50 feet there.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I'll take that. Spoilers, reversers, green, decel.
knots.
Stow the reversers, and we'll turn the auto brake off as well. Nice. And we're going to park up on the right here. So let's go ahead and pop these off. I believe we can turn up on the right here as well, which is what we want. Cool. Right, actually we'll park right here. Let's pop these off just so we don't blind the ground crew. Park at Alpha 7. Let's hopefully stop perfectly. Nice. Let's pop the parking brake on. We'll check if the APU is on. So there we go. We can pop the APU gens on. We need to bring the flaps up. So give them a minute. Hopefully we'll be good. Come on, flaps. So the light should go out. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So we can turn the engines off, and we'll pop the seatbelt signs off. Bring this in front, so fuel pumps off, that's fine. Electrical on, fast seatbelts off, which they are. Window heats can go, probe heats as well can go off. Anti-ice is already off. Electrical hydraulic pumps off. We'll stop the timers as well. So 54 minutes, so basically bang on the clock, and now we're in 6 minutes in total as well there. Voice recorder on an auto, you don't need to worry about that. Air conditioning packs are on auto, so that's fine. Engine bleed is on. If you bleed, sorry, wrong one. There you go, off. Exterior lights, that's fine, we can pop the beacon off now, we can stay on. Start switches are on auto brakes off, speed brake down in D10, flaps up, no lights. Parking brake is set, start levers are on cut off. Weather radar, that was never on. CVR, we don't need to worry about that in cockpit door. Unlocked, so there we go. Let me go ahead, connect that, we can pop this off, and we'll also do that. Well, there we have it. Down on the ground safely in Burbank. If you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a comment down below. Leave some flight requests as well, so we can I can get around to doing them, because I do enjoy exploring the wonderful world of flight simulation. But apart from that, thanks for coming and watching the video. And from Southwest 1251, hope you have a good day, evening, or wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, guys.